What's good, YouTube? Back with another video. In today's video, we are talking about trailing drawdown. So a lot of prop firms have either trailing drawdown or end of day drawdown. End of day drawdown is much better than being in a position to where you have to worry about trailing drawdown, simply for the fact that with trailing drawdown, you're penalized for being up, meaning unrealized gains, and you didn't take those profits, or you could actually have taken $1,000 win. We'll give, for this particular example, a 2K example. Most people go with a 50K challenge, no matter the prop firm. End of day drawdown or trailing drawdown is 2,000. So we're gonna go with that for a more universal example. End of day drawdown is much better than trailing drawdown, but there are prop firms like Take Profit. If you master the trailing drawdown, it's a much better environment. Because a lot of these firms, and this is kind of what I want to speak on. So before we even get any further in the video, drop a like on the video, comment. Let's get this shared out. We're going to be pushing this futures, prop firm oriented content out in conjunction with stocks, investing, things like that. Just overall, just showing individuals how to properly go into the markets, whether that's stocks, whether that is futures, whether you're on prop firms, whether you're on live, your personal, whatever the case may be. For today's video, we're going to talk about this trailing drawdown, but even further, if you haven't already, make sure to tune into the actual video I recently dropped with my funded futures, because it was a great video. Again, go over there and show that video some love, like the video, because I think that needs to actually reach more people as well. And that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for other individuals out there, because I believe there's a group of people who do genuinely want to learn this stuff, who want to change the trajectory of their personal lives, their families' lives, and again, loved ones in whatever form or fashion. It doesn't matter whatever goal you personally have. There's individuals who are struggling in, dead end jobs that may have been laid off, that literally are in dire need situations, that are looking for additional or extra income, supplemental income. They're looking for replacement income. Again, whether that's more time with the family, more time with their spouse, whatever the case may be. Hey, I'm looking for funds to be able to extract and make into investments, my savings, my retirement. I have a vacation, a car, whatever. So don't let that go over your head. This video not necessarily being specific to futures trading. Again, I started this channel to be able to show individuals a way. This skill is a life skill that could set you up. And we do other things, real estate investment, content creation via YouTube, whatever is necessary to get the job done, multiple streams of income. But day trading, investing in general, is arguably one of the fastest vehicles to wealth creation. And so I just want to share this information because there are some individuals out there, I believe, that need to see this video, that are on this mission. You're not taking in the right information. There is a shift that is necessary. You do have to ensure that the information that you're digesting is accurate, A, that it is logical, B, and more importantly, with C, that it fits your trading style, it fits your goals, your plans. So again, enough of that. We're going to get into today's video. Like I said, like the video. Let's help push this out. In this particular video, we're covering a 25K account. And that's why I said go back and tune into the My Funded Futures account, because we did a 50K core account that simply was just a flip. I wanted to flip 70 something. It was like $73 into 1,000. I could have done just the bare minimum. We won't get into that again. Tune into the video, but we accomplished that. We had great strategies in place. We had the discipline necessary. We only targeted 200 a day. We passed the challenge within 2 days, targeted 200 a day, got our payout at the end of the 5 days. Flawless. Took that same momentum, and in conjunction with building that My Funded Futures account and getting that payout, I was also building this 25K Take Profit account. Literally, this challenge cost me $0. So I want you to understand, this challenge cost me $0. And the reason being is that typically through various prop firms, you're going to find discounts. And sometimes, you know, and at least in this particular scenario, for whatever reason, Take Profit had a refund you the initial cost of your test account. It was $90 all in fee, no activation, $90 up front. And essentially what that means, if you pass the challenge on your first payout, you will receive $90 in my case, or if somebody did another challenge, whatever their startup cost was for the challenge, they would be refunded that. Not to spoil things, but we turned $0 into multiple thousands in payouts on a 25K account. So I'm showing you two different things because, again, don't let that go over your head. A lot of people think that you need a 150K account. You need a 300K account. You need 50K account. I need to copy trade 50K accounts and you know, 25K, whatever the case may be. Every goal is different, but your ultimate goal when you're trading with prop firms is to get paid. A lot of people really go through the cycle of buying prop firm challenges, buying, you know, whatever account size. I think it's extra drawdown needed, so I'm gonna buy the bigger accounts. They lose the mindset of, let me learn this stuff. Let me actually get to a payout, because this is kind of where I'm undecided. And I'm right now not affiliated with any prop firms. I'm just sharing my journey. I understand that although prop firms essentially are getting over on a lot of people, their entire business model is to ensure more often than not, they're taking in money versus paying out money. So that's why you have X, Y, and Z rules. And sometimes it's weird. Some firms are much better than others. It is your duty, if you're going to be in that game, to understand and kind of ignore the rest. Your goal is to get paid, period. That should be the ultimate goal. But more importantly, if you're doing the prop firms, understand whatever firm it is, it does not matter, neither here nor there. The rules are the rules. Understand that the rules are the rules. Follow the rules if you want to get the payout. And that's just what it is. So with that being said, trailing drawdown, yes, very much a challenge. But if you master the trailing drawdown, which we will show you in today's video with these tips, it can be very lucrative of an outcome. And again, this is just on one account. We're not talking about being able to copy trade 5 accounts, things like that, or, you know, going for much bigger targets. So, all right, man, let's get into it. I already passed the 25K Take Profit trader account. This is day one of being in the sim funded account. So I'm just going to show you kind of the progressive journey, the mindset, give you some tips, some things to understand, to really lock in on. But mindset, we know, and this is why I feel like 25K, I don't care if it's Take Profit Trader, the buffer is typically 1,500. Your drawdown is 1,500. That is very attainable. In my particular case, I'll let you know I am utilizing minis. So of course there's a lot more risk involved, but as you can see these gray boxes on the chart here, this is literally me trading within a zone. It's around 8 in the morning. A lot of volume comes between 8 and 8:15, neither here nor there, but I'm trading from zone to zone. That could be, again, supply and demand, which is what I'm viewing it as. In my particular example, you have some people viewing it as fair value gap, support and resistance. And as you can see here, this is my first tip, so pay attention. We are looking to close out 3 trades, break them into $500 increments. We're up 645 on this particular trade here. The goal is to break it down in increments. We were back in, like I said, zone to zone. They went up and attacked that level. They came back down to a demand zone. Zone to zone, just in pockets. And I want you to get that, capture that, register that, take notes, because with this trailing drawdown, and especially with something as small as 1,500, seems like a lot. But if you're strategic with it, and you can even take the smaller approach, limit your contract sizes, go to M&Q, because one thing that I want to see and tell you here is I have my sell limit. So I have my targets placed, but as you can see here on the screen, my finger is ready to close out of this position. I talked about this in previous videos with Top Step, with Take Profit Trader. A lot of people have the mindset of, yo man, break even, it's a risk-free trade, but they're up. With trailing drawdown, you can't even risk that. So why? So I'm prepared and I have my sell limit here, because if you know, you know, the stock, sometimes the market will reach your targets and you don't have an opportunity to manually close it. So how I like to approach that, I have my limits placed to where the order can be executed in any given time where the market wants to be slick. You want to go up there and tap it and then immediately reverse. Why do you think that even happens? Think about that logically. The reason is because orders are placed at these levels, much bigger than you, much bigger than myself. A lot of orders are placed at these key levels, whether it's supply and demand, your previous day high and low, pre-market high and low, these pivotal points on the chart. And so sometimes it's just an immediate reaction, but a lot of people are like, oh man, we're selling, we're rejecting. Man, there's buyers and sellers in this market. So with that being said, I have my sell limit placed because if they want to go and attack that and tap it real quick, by all means, I appreciate you, because that's what I had in mind to happen, but that's not always the case. So I'm prepared. So essentially my stop loss is manual from an aspect to where I know I have trailing drawdown. I'm getting out of this trade. I'm still wanting to target because we're breaking it down into increments of 500, 500, 500, hopefully. Again, 400, about 450, 500. Neither here nor there. Even if it's 300 and something, 200 and something, you still want to take something off of the table. But ideally, if you can break it down in those increments and look at it, don't try to get it all in one trade. Buy at great levels, level to level. Understand that when you're trading, there's two sides of it. You can have something in mind in a place that you want the price to go to, but somebody else has something else in mind. So that's why it's buyers and sellers, bears and bulls, literally. So I'm prepared. If this trade wants to hit my target, by all means, definitely do it. That's what I'm expecting. But we close out of this trade. As you can see here on the screen, it was like 255 or something like that. But again, I've been doing this strategy. The update on the count, we're at 1,305. We only need $200 more. So as you can see, this is just a channel. This is better for you to be able to see its supply and demand on the screen there. And we took another trade that is not on the screen. Again, I just threw some clips together so I can kind of just give you the concept, the mindset, but we reached the goal. This was the same day, the same morning. We're moving forward. I reached the goal. This was a $225 over the threshold payout, 80-20 split. We're going to quickly go through this information. This was another trade. We were up 780 in the account. We withdrew this money, 780 out of 80-20 split. Profit that I'm getting is 624. Let's fast forward, $804. We did all this with a 25K account. We're not copy trading, we're doing one account. So the beauty of, again, take profit trader, because you can now make daily withdrawals once you get past that. Some people look too far into the future. They focus too much on the outcome and not understanding like, yo, every firm has positive negatives. Let's fast forward. 1,275. Ultimately, the mindset was leverage the potential of utilizing whatever your drawdown is. I've spoken on this before. You do not have a 25K account. You have a $1,500 account, because guess what? Your drawdown is that. Same thing with the 50K account. You don't have a 50K account. You have a $2,000 account. So that even gets to what I'm speaking on, because I've spoken on this before. I'm elaborating on it again. These prop firm challenges, you have to view it as, can I get into it with the least amount possible? Go with firms that, you know, best suit you, your trading style. I'm not here to persuade you to use Take Profit Trader, my funded futures. I'm just simply showing the opportunity is there. I think so many people are digesting the wrong information. Man, I cannot stress that enough, bro. The wrong information is being provided to individuals, and it's possible. You just have to lock in and say like, yo, I'm going to learn this information. I'm gonna immerse myself in these charts. I'm gonna figure out price action. I'm gonna learn candle theory. Like, it's doable. It doesn't matter your goal. It doesn't matter if you're wanting to use these prop firms to extract funds, to start your own live, personal accounts. It doesn't matter if you're wanting to use it as supplemental income, but do not let the video go over your head. It's not about, like, even when I did the My Funded Futures, like, go and watch that video. It was about the consistency. You have to develop the certain mindset, and it's still an ongoing battle for myself. Literally, you versus you. You look into the mirror, you identify how quick you want to get to your destination. How quick do you want to overcome, whether it is your own personal failures / losses, because that's really all it is a learning experience if you're going to stick with it, if you're going to learn from it. It's not a long-term failure. It's not a long-term loss. What is attainable in these markets within a day, within a month, within a year, your life can change. And so again, don't let that go over your head, because the main concept for this video, we did My Funded Futures to show you the small gains, being content with $200 a day, which is still for the average person more than enough. But being content with that, you know, having the discipline to say like, yo, for me personally in that journey, I knew trades could have went up to 400, 500, 1,000 if I would have just held them. I cut it off every single day. 200, 200. Sometimes it took a few trades. Sometimes it took one. Went into this just to show the power of getting past trailing drawdown. And then what is possible when you're not too focused on the outcome, you're focused on the process, but utilizing the firms to your advantage, because otherwise they use you to their advantage. Do not let that go over your head. So at the end of the day, you can do it. You have to lock in. You have to understand, you know, what you're facing. I don't care. It's not about prop firm versus prop firm. This is better than this. Just understand what I'm speaking to you on today and what I have proven to you, that it is not about the account size. It is not, we can't get past trailing drawdown. It's against us. Yeah, it is. A lot of these rules are in place, but you understand that and develop a plan, a strategy to get past it. Get better every single day. That should be your main goal. But more importantly, I don't care if it's prop firms or investing and you're doing stocks, live, personal accounts, whatever the case may be, it's deeper than trading, because you'll realize that with trading, it's going to test you in ways that, yo, it goes beyond trading. Lock in. That's my message. Hopefully this has added a lot of value. If you haven't already, like I said, like the video. If you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. A lot more to come. Level up your mindset. Level up your trading, and more importantly, level up your life. I'll catch you on the next one.